Hello everyone! It's been a little while since we've taken a look at some Xbox Live indie games. It's been a couple months since the last time, and in that time, actually a number of games have come out for the service, even though the Xbox One has come out, and technically the 360 is a last-gen console. XBLIX seems to be as alive as ever. This week, however, we're looking at the games that were released from March the 2nd to March the 8th, 2014. Only 4 games released that week, starting... So I press start, and there we go, Avalis Dungeon, Chapter 3. Title screen might look familiar. We have seen games from this developer before. Let's start new game. So what is Avalis Dungeon about? Well, Tara was trapped in an evil lord dungeon and rescued by brother Eric in Avalis Dungeon 2. She suffered the tortures of Demonia, then decided to eliminate the minions of evil lord by becoming experienced warrior priest like Athena in Part 1. I've always wanted to be like Athena in Part 1, and I'm glad that we now get the chance as we control Tara in Chapter 3, Tara's Revenge. I don't actually... Yes, there is the temple. It's a very impressive piece of construction. We will enter the door without further comment. And here is the beautifully decorated inside of the dungeon. As Tara searches for her revenge, I don't know if she will find the revenge on the people who tortured her in here, or if it's just completely different people. Maybe. Maybe. You can see how the game works. We are on static screens, and we press a button to decide which direction we're going in next. So far, I've been going to the left when I can, and I'll do it again. Because that's how you're supposed to navigate mazes, right? Unfortunately, constantly going left has led us into a room with nothing here. It looks like an inviting bath, but that's not what Tara is here to do. There is no revenge to be found here, so we'll go back with B. Let's try going through the door guarded by the elephants. Oh, it's not locked. We can just walk right on through. Oh, I'm sorry. This one was occupied. Okay, so whoever this is a prisoner in this temple, this beautifully decorated temple. The only way out is to defeat the goddess, so I guess that's what we're doing, though I thought we were here for revenge against some... We need a rope. Revenge will have to wait until we can find a rope. Let's go B, and we'll continue on. Okay, so at least there's some kind of reason to defeating the goddess, at least to free the people whom the goddess has captured in this temple, I guess. I guess that's what we're doing. Let's climb through that little crawl space with Y. Seems like we already have a torch. It's a good thing. We reached the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, that door obviously has spikes, so let's not go through the spike door. Let's go through X. And another hallway. I mean, I guess this is one way of doing a first-person adventure. If you... Oh, hello. Hi. I guess we're fighting one of the servants of the goddess. Let us use the fire spell. Alright. That probably would hurt. She had really no protection on at all from fire. Yes, she serves the goddess. We will never defeat the goddess. We will become a slave. I guess we'll just leave her be. We've given her severe third-degree burns already. Really, if she was going into combat, she probably should have worn some kind of armor or something. Tara seemed equipped for battle. Oh, something on the ground. Okay, I got something. Let's go left again, I suppose. I got a bow. Don't know if I can use that in battle, or if that's going to be some kind of quest item. So like I was saying, I guess if you want a first-person adventure, but you don't have a first-person engine, I guess this is one way of doing it. Draw still images and be able to navigate them by pressing buttons. It's a very old-style, Mystish sort of way. Okay, we can use the bow on that eyeball. This is how we use the bow. It does seem kind of mean. I mean, I know Link does it all the time, but... Let's light the torch, continue on. Revenge has to be here somewhere. Let's go, let's try X, crawl through the space. It is, oh, we can't enter there, it's her hole! It's her hidey hole. We're not allowed in there. We have to find another one if we want, well, Tara is not interested in hiding. There is no revenge to be found in hiding in a hole. Apparently, whoever that was did not have any, well, we don't have anything she wants, I guess. Maybe we'll find a hole for ourselves somewhere around here. Alright, we can... There's a door to the right, or we can, I guess, duck down and go through the wall. Let's go through the wall, see what's through there. More hallways! If you guessed more hallways, you were right. I'm sure we'll come across revenge anytime now. Let's open that treasure chest. Okay, I have not seen any locked doors yet, but if we get one, at least we know we have the key. I went through the door with Y. Maybe we should have drawn a map as we continued on through this fortress. Another battle. Let's try the ice spell, see how that does. I'm not sure how these fights are supposed to be challenges. I guess I'll look at that jewel she's wearing. Oh, of course. Maybe it's not the jewel we're looking at after all. That's all? I guess. That was the only reason that option is there. Okay, let's finish her, see what happens. I won! I killed the defenseless girl. Oh, that's it, okay. Let's examine the crack in the wall. I need a bomb to blow it up. We haven't found that yet. We have found murder. Oh, the key. Let's use it. I am immersed in this first-person fantasy adventure. High adventure, beyond my wildest dreams, as Tara attempts to find revenge in a series of hallways that all kind of look the same. Let's pick up the rope. Got that rope. I'll use the bow again, because if I see eyeballs above doors, I gots to shoot them. It unlocks the doors. I wonder if the minions of the goddess have to do that every time they want to go through those doors. Alright, okay, we got the rope, so let's use it to go down here. That's right, there was also that hole at the beginning. Take that rope back. I guess we can't go back up, but then it didn't give me the option to go back up before I took the rope, so I guess either way we're stuck down here. Oh, and time expired. Well, we did not find revenge yet. I'm sure revenge was just around the corner. And by the way, if you recognize the art style of the game, it does seem that this was made by the same developers that made such classics as Uncraft Me and Temple of Dogolrak, a couple of games that we've looked at in the past. I'm sure you were not able to guess that, judging by the art style and the subject matter. But that is Avalis Dungeon 3, the third, and I assume the conclusion of the epic trilogy of walking through still images in a dungeon and killing half-dressed girls. Next up is Quinbu. That's Quinbu on the screen. We will be controlling Quinbu as he attempts to find coins. You can see the foreshadowing of this on the title screen. Let's play the game. Okay, so what's Quinbu all about? Well, Quinbu's about loading for right now. You can see a sample of the tricky levels Quinbu will have to navigate to reach his goal. I believe there's a story that explains what Quinbu is doing here. Oh, don't worry, it's coming. Don't you think it's not? Quinbu, here we go. Quinbu, the time has come. Prove Quinbu's worth. Father was the leader, but now elite robots, no, evil robots have killed the elite robots, robots with no morals, and this cannot happen. I didn't know more robots had morals usually, but these evil robots do not. We need to be as Quinbu and prove that we are a leader. We need to follow in Father's footsteps. Quinbu, do we have what it takes? We're on the moon of our home planet. And this is training to see if we can think strategically, okay? We can move backwards and forwards with L. When we move, we lose energy or fuel. You can see that in the upper right-hand corner. We need to get to the end of the level before our fuel reaches 0, but we can replenish the fuel if Quinbu is observant enough. That's the goal. We need 350 coins. That coin is worth 100. You see where this is going? The plight that Quinbu is in. Okay. The goal is right in front of us. Let's try to be efficient in getting these coins. Oh, I missed the coin. That is not at... Oh, that is... I'm not thinking tactically. I need to conserve movement. Conserve my motion... Oh, and my fuel. Only in this way will Quinbu prove... Hold on, here is fuel. We took the fuel. I probably could have waited until I was lower on fuel. That's just me not thinking tactically. By doing this, Quinbu will prove that Quinbu has what it takes to take Father's place as the leader of the elite robots and fight the evil robots. The gate, congratulations, it is open. That is not enough for Quinbu. Quinbu is prideful and greedy. Quinbu must obtain the rest of the coins on this level and prove that Quinbu is no chump. Quinbu does not do things to the minimum. Quinbu lives life to the extreme. He takes it to the max, you might say. We're almost out of fuel, but fortunately there is another fuel tank right there. Quinbu lives life on the edge. Quinbu knows that Quinbu will die if Quinbu runs out of fuel. At least I assume that is the fate of all of Quinbu's kind when they run out of fuel. Oblivion. Quinbu stares death in the face and laughs. If a robot can laugh. I assume Quinbu has circuits that allows Quinbu to make vocalizations of some kind which can be construed as laughter. It would be cruel if Quinbu could not, because Quinbu is a life form. Sentient, or at least I assume. And all sentient beings must be able to laugh. What is life without laughter? Do the evil robots ever laugh themselves? Maybe not. Maybe that's what makes them evil. Maybe that's the conclusion to Quinbu, as we use our tactical thinking and movement to introduce laughter to the lives of the evil robots. As Quinbu and the evil robots realize that they're really quite the same. Oh, and the leader of the evil robots is Quinbu's father. Turns out Quinbu's father did not die, but rather embraced the evil robots, believed in their cause, and then Quinbu has to have some kind of competition with his father in the end. I can push these. Physics. See that right there? That's physics. And then in the end, Quinbu surpasses his father and proves the justice of Quinbu's culture. Quinbu's father realizes the error of his ways and wonders why he didn't realize he was making a mistake before when he joined a group called the Evil Robots, because surely that's a mistake. Everyone laughs about it in the end. Even the evil robots, because they too can now laugh. It's an emotional roller coaster. However, none of these things will happen if Quinbu runs out of fuel. Alright, we got the coins. We're by the exit, and Quinbu is ready to roll. It's the classic hero's journey. Robot is born. Robot lives a happy life. The robot's parents die, or at least in this case the father dies. Maybe Quinbu's people don't have mothers. They don't really get into the lore. then the son must train to lead the people in Father's place, only to learn that Father is the evil robot, and that love conquers all. I forgot, did I not mention the love? Love can be found in secret boxes, as well as parts of Quinn Boo's ship. If we collect all of the boxes, we will assemble the ship, but Quinn Boo will also learn what it means to love. This is something the evil robots also cannot do. Evil robots, I'm not sure if they're capable of any emotions or just the evil ones. Hopefully this game gets into the psychology of evil robots. And of course, it's just classic, a classic story about the son attempting to surpass the father, to do what the father could not do. To prove to everyone... Actually, I'm running out of fuel right now. Where's fuel? Okay, there's fuel up there. I see it. Sometimes we have to stop considering the depth of the lore behind Quinn Boo and pay attention to the gameplay, or else we will run out of fuel and Quinn Boo will die a quiet, agonizing death. No one will know that... Okay, the time expired. Quinn Boo avoided death, but Quinn Boo's quest for... something was interrupted by the demo's time limit. I can only imagine what adventures must lie in wait for Quinn Boo. Adventures and evil robots all lie in wait for Quinn Boo. Do you lie in wait for Quinn Boo? Next up is Proxy Blade Zero, as it says on the bottom, a game by Ben L. Grauer and music by Bolton the Void. Well, let's see how Ben L. Grauer did in making his game. I can choose profile. I'll choose the first profile. Actually, I did a little bit of the game with that one, so let's start a new one, so I should start at the beginning. Yep, there we go. Alright, Proxy Blade Zero. Do you like robots? You like robots that can fight? That have some kind of energy sword? Because this robot has those things. We can look around, right stick. We can lock on to enemies with left trigger, and change lock target with left bumper. We press Y to attack the enemy. So just do it, don't question it. It's a video game, so we must attack this robot. Actually, are these the evil robots that Quinn Boo must fight? Oh, I don't like Quinn Boo's chances if this is who he has to fight. Look at this guy. He has a sword. What does Quinn Boo have? Quinn Boo can collect coins and he has big dreams. I don't know if Quinn Boo has a deflector shield armor, but for Proxy Blade Zero, I'm going to assume that's the name of this robot. Deflector shield armor does not really serve much of a problem because, well, let's see what we can do against it. Oh, we can move fast. Oh, look at this. Can Quinn Boo move like this? Proxy Blade Zero does not even need fuel. It regenerates. This is technology beyond Quinn Boo. Okay, if we press the right trigger and Y, we can use energy attacks. Like that. We make neat lightsaber noises, because people like those noises. And we can cut through shields with our lightsaber noises, it seems. We'll also cut through Quinn Boo. Okay, special combat stance. And press Y to do a power attack. And then we can chain that. So BY, 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 BY. I don't like Quinn Boo's chances at all. Alright, so press X to parry. So this game does have a few different things you can do with Proxy Blade Zero. Developer put some work in to this combat system, it seems. Okay, we'll parry with X. and then counterattack with Y. Do some kind of electric attack. Palm strike with... Oh. Did not do that fast enough. Not doing a good job of parrying, it seems. Anyway, I know the essentials, it looks like. Start back. Okay, there's our priority target, Anima. I'm just glad it's not Quinn Boo. I was kind of afraid it might be. As we can see, Anima sees control of an abandoned space station and is planning an attack on the colonies. Proxy Blade Zero must stop him and defend the colonies, which I assume is full of humans. Doesn't seem like something an evil robot would do, defend humans, but I guess that's what we're doing. Anyway, here's Proxy Blade Zero. Some load times between the rooms. Aside from that... Oh, there we go. That's the parry. My little electric palm strike right there. So there is some load time... Oh, door is locked. There is some load times between the rooms. Aside from that, the game seems to run very smoothly. I'm just going to assume these robots did something bad to deserve being destroyed. Obviously, Proxy Blade Zero would not be doing this without being antagonized first. Alright, I got the Digi-Key, which looked like a CD. Seems like kind of an outdated format, though. It said that locked door. Alright. Alright, I think... Yeah, he has a shield up, so... Right, so the controls are actually not bad in Proxy Blade Zero. In terms of being a third-person character combat game. It's one of the better ones, maybe the best one I've seen on XBlig. At least so far. Don't know if it will get repetitive. Or when Quinbu is going to show up so we can have this showdown here between Quinbu and Evil Robot. Maybe that'll be in the DLC. Game looks kind of Dreamcasty, you know? I don't mean that in a bad way. I just kind of get a Dreamcast feel when I look at it. Whoop. Alright, we have a new enemy, one that can shoot us. So we're gonna have to be careful as we try to sword fight these robots while avoiding being sniped. Okay, or he's just going to hit us with his gun. That's also something he can do. It is a large gun. Alright, he gets tired after a while. I died. I kind of hesitated there because I thought he might come back. And he did. Just that my timing was off. Alright, we can also boost, that's right. I haven't been using my boost. Kind of makes me think of Virtual On in a way. Alright. So I assume that we're going through this level to find that boss robot that we saw on the mission profile screen, who is definitely not Quinbu. I don't think he is anywhere to be found here. That's probably a good thing for Quinbu. It doesn't seem that we have any projectile attacks, at least at this point. We're a robot that solely fights with a sword. and the time has expired. Alright, that's Proxy Blade 0. That actually was not bad. Considering what we've seen on Xbox Live Indie Games, this seems actually kind of ambitious for an XBLIG. It runs well, runs very smoothly. This seemed to run at a constant 60 frames a second, at least it seemed that to me. And of course, while the controls are not going to be anywhere as polished as what you might get in a, professional beat-em-up character action game, for XBLIG, it's really quite impressive. That's Proxy Blade 0. It also helps that I like sci-fi robots and robots that wield swords. I kind of like. So that helps. Hey, you know what's become popular in the time that we've been away from Xbox Live Indie Games? Take a guess. No guesses? Flappy Bird clones. They've become popular. And we're playing one here on our last game of the week. It's Flupp the Fish. Were you able to tell that it was a Flappy Bird clone before you even saw the game? Probably. Probably. There are 3 modes, so it's already more ambitious than Flappy Bird. Let's look at the second mode, Survive, because this is just straight up Flappy Bird, except it's the other way around in that we float up and we press a button to go down. Oh my, Flupp, will you survive? Will you be able to swim without touching the obstacles, whatever those obstacles are? I'm not sure what they are. What is that? I don't know. Can we do it? Oh, Flupp, you're doing so well. Go the distance! Oh, he did not go the distance. Flupp died, I guess. Here's escape mode. Alright, being chased by this big fish. We're getting stars, and we also need to avoid the obstacles as per usual. We move faster to be able to leave that big fish in the dust. We continue to get stars. In true Flappy Bird fashion, there is no background music. Oh, hold on. Slow down. Okay. And this does not look good. I was caught by the fish. Let's try that again, I guess. Well, I mean, it's good that there's no background music, because you can just play your own. Whatever tunes may make this more exciting for you. Some good old-fashioned chase music. So yeah, there have been a few, actually. Few Flappy Bird clones that have been released on XBLIG. Who'd have thought that might be the case? It's only a pity that Flappy Bird did not come out earlier in the prime of XBLIG, so we could have gotten a deluge of them. Now, hold on. Here comes a worm coming down on that hook as I get more stars. I assume if I'm able to get enough, that I'll be able to hook the big fish. That's just an assumption on my part. I have not done that. Right, so if you don't know what Flappy Bird is, it was a freeware game, free-to-play, on iOS that became extremely popular for reasons that no one is really aware of. Even though it was free-to-play, it had I don't believe it had any microtransactions. It was ad-supported. I believe it ran out of time. It was ad-supported, and as such, the creator made a good deal of money by the ads that were running in the game that for some reason everyone was playing. So, of course, you're going to translate this to XBLIG because there's a third mode. It's called Rush. We have a car! Isn't that adorable? However, Flupp the Fish cannot live on dry land, so we have to fill his car up with water, and that is how we survive. I hit the obstacles, I believe I lose some water. That seems to be what's happening. You know, it's a good thing that someone's filling this demand for the excitement of Flappy Bird on your home console. It's a good thing that so many people are filling this demand. At least there are additional modes. I mean, maybe you're just in it for the classic Flappy Bird gameplay. Maybe that's what you're interested in. But it has more, if you want it. Flupp the Fish depends on you to escape, to survive, and to rush. Congratulations on creating a name that just sounds kind of filthy when you say it out loud. It's Flupp the Fish. It's on Xbox Live Indie Games. And if there are people who actually want to play Flappy Bird on their Xbox 360, there are a number of games on there now that they can do that with. Though I'm not sure why anyone would. I mean, really, when the new big thing comes out, if what you're doing is imitating the new big thing, you're way too late on that. It's not going to strike lightning twice. Anyway, that's it for Xbox Live Indie Games. For the week of March the 2nd to March the 8th, 2014, 4 games: Avalis Dungeon 3, Quinn Boo, Proxy Blade 0, Fluff the Fish. The game of the week, I think, is quite clearly Proxy Blade 0, unless you just really like anime girls, tactical movement, or Flappy Bird underwater. If you like one of those things, then maybe Proxy Blade 0 is not your game of the week. Sorry for missing a whole bunch of weeks on Xbox Live Indie Games. We actually did miss quite a few games. Seems like a shame. But we'll continue on. I'm assuming that the service has to go down at some point. Assuming it does. But games are still coming out for it, so I think it's anyone's guess. Assuming it's still around next week, we'll do it next week. I'll see you then.